Hello and welcome, this is teacher Alvin. So today we'll be doing February-March 2022 paper. So I already highlighted in the page itself. So let's start. You use protractor and measure it. Alright, so teacher is going to skip this question, okay? So this is actually 40 degree. Question 2, work out square root 5 times 6 square. Give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. So teacher already can observe that it's actually a 2 marks question. And also highlighted the keyword that we need to do, alright? So let's start with the working. Square root 5 times 6 square, that is 36. And then we can just use our calculator. Square root 5 multiply with your 36, press equal. Okay, so we have to change this to some decimal point number. So try to copy as many numbers as possible. So teacher is going to copy 80.498. 80.498. After that, only we show this symbol to show that it's rounding. And 2 decimal place, right? Underline this and check. This one is actually 5 and above, so we need to plus 1. 80.50. Just write 0, okay? Just play it safe. 80.50. So that is actually your question 2. Question 3, a journey starts at 21:15 one day and ends at 04:33 the next day. So calculate the time taken in hours and minutes. So teacher can see that it's just 1 mark question, means you don't have to show working, okay? So a great tip that I can share with you is actually you write the hour like this first, from 21:15 all the way to 4:15 first. So you just find out the hours, and teacher can see that actually 7 hours has been taken place, right? So then you continue with 04:15 heading to 04:33. This is the time that they want to reach the next day. So from here to here, right, 4:15 to 4:33, that is going to take you another 18 minutes, right? So total is 7 hours and then 18 minutes. Just fill up 7 hours, 18 minutes. So that's actually question 3. Question 4, calculate the total surface area of this cuboid. So I made a video about the shortcut method to do this total surface area. So I will put up in the link below for you to catch up on the total surface area shortcut. So let's start. TSA equals to 2 bracket plus 2 bracket plus 2 bracket. After that, there will be 3 numbers given to you. You're just going to play with the combos itself. So 7 times 4, 7 times 5, finally 4 times 5. Okay, and teacher can see that this is actually 3 marks, right? So try to show more working. So here can gain you 1 mark already. Now let's just keep doing this. So this is going to be 28 plus 2, this is going to be 35 plus this is going to be 20, right? Okay, so here you just kind of expand a little bit. So this is going to be 70, this is going to be 40, and from there I'm going to use my calculator to assist me. Alright, so 56 plus 70 plus 40, 166. So that will be the final answer, right? Centimeter square, because total surface area. Okay, here also they got remind you total surface area. So 166. 5a, write down the gradient of the line y equals to 5x plus 7. So just compare like this side by side. Y equals to mx plus c. M is the gradient, so it's actually 5. Done. Okay. So B, find the coordinates of the point where the line y equals to 5x plus 7 crosses the y-axis. So highlight this keyword. This is actually trying to tell you x equals to 0. So you substitute x equals to 0, and let us do that right now. So this one 0, substitute, plus 7. You will get y equals to 7, right? So your coordinate is going to be 0 and 7. That is actually the coordinate. Question 6, construction question. So story a little bit. Okay, I hope you don't mind. I used to observe this student, right? So he was actually blanking out in this kind of construction question, and he was just holding his construction tools, and I asked him, hey, why don't you start doing your question right here and right now? And he told me, because the question never say use pencil or pen, so he don't want to do. So if you read the question, right, using a ruler and compass only, he asked me how to do without using pencil. Okay, so please just use pencil and construct this question. Okay, so we'll start right now. Okay, so teacher already draw the 12 centimeter length. It was given to you anyway if you check your question 6. Okay, the 12 centimeter length has been given to you. All you gotta do is draw your 9.5 centimeter and 8 centimeter arc and length. Alright, so first step, you need to open up your pair of compasses to 9.5 centimeter. So I have a problem here is that this app or this website cannot open beyond 9 centimeter. Okay, so imagine it's 9.5. Alright, so you open ready, happy, and start drawing your arc. So remember, do not erase. Roughly like this enough. You just want to find intersection. Okay, so now we are going to open the other length, which is 8 centimeter. Once you're happy with it, 8 centimeter, place at the other end. Okay, so place it at the other length of your 12 centimeter. Okay, now you place it at the other end of the line. Okay, and then you draw. So you will find one intersection. Okay, now once you are happy with it, use ruler and join. So you're happy with it, draw, and you should be able to get this side to be 8 centimeters. So don't forget to label. I will not take any risk, right? So teacher will label here to be 8 centimeter. Here label 9.5 centimeter, and don't forget to label the bottom one 12 centimeter also. So that is actually how you construct this. Write down the inequality in terms of n shown by the number line. Okay, so you can see -1 becoming 0, becoming 1, heading towards right, the number gets larger, right? So definitely n is going to be larger. Now look at where is the point where the hollow circle is at. That is going to be -1. Alright, if it is a hollow circle, don't put the equal sign down below. So this is actually the final answer. Question 8, transformation. Okay, so let's do A. On the grid, draw the image of number 1, triangle A after a reflection in the y-axis. So you need to read very carefully. Focus on triangle A after reflection in the y-axis. So this is your mirror line. Okay, y-axis is here. This is your mirror line. Alright, so focus on triangle A, 1 box gap, gonna be reflected 1 box gap. So this is the vertex. You do vertex by vertex. Vertex means corner. Okay, so let's do this corner right now. So go to your mirror line, 3 box gap. You're gonna reflect 3 box, 1, 2, and 3 here. So this is your next vertex. Okay, now here, this vertex I haven't do. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, touch the mirror line. You're going to be reflected in the other way round. 4 box gap, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so teacher already found all the corners. So I am going to erase nicely for you to see. Okay, so if you do it with a pencil, you can do it much faster because you can see the vertices already. Join using ruler, of course. Okay, so I teacher try my best without a ruler, and that will be the answer. Okay, so usually what I will do is, if this is triangle A, the image will be A prime. Okay, so that's actually your part 1. Let's do part 2. Triangle A after translation by the vector -3, -4. Okay, so the top part is your x-axis movement. So this is left, 3 boxes. This one is actually your y-axis movement, so it's 4 box down. This is actually telling you 4 box down. Okay, let's start. Let's do this vertex first. Okay, so 3 box left, 1, 2, 3, 4 box down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, here. Let's do this corner. Okay, focus. 3 box left, 1, 2, 3, 4 box down, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Okay, one last vertex. 3 box to the left, 1, 2, 3, and 4 box down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here. So now again, use your ruler and join. Wow, not bad without ruler. Okay, one last one, and label your A prime. Okay, so since there are 2 A prime here, right? So you can actually help your examiner or your teacher. This is your part 1, and this will be your part 2. Okay. B. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto B. So very important that you read is A onto B. Now, I know that A onto B is becoming smaller, but you still need to use enlargement. Okay, there's no such thing as delargement. Don't have. So definitely enlargement is 1 mark. Okay, so this one you will gain 1 mark. Now you need to write a proper sentence to this. Okay, so enlargement by the scale factor. So scale factor means is by how much it's becoming larger or smaller. So let's check out how to check, right? I want you to see from the height of this triangle A. So it's like 1 to here 5. So the height is actually 4. Okay. Now if you were to check your height of triangle B, right? So it's from here to here. The height is just 2 boxes. So you are becoming smaller by 2 times. Can you see that? So the scale factor is actually half. Okay, so by the scale factor half, you will gain another point. Alright, now here's the tricky part. You will need to use ruler to trace your center of enlargement. So let me prepare this. Okay, now obviously this vertex or this corner has become this corner, okay, via your enlargement scale factor half. So you need to use your ruler, right? Try to join from vertex to vertex. So teacher is trying my very best to make it straight for you. Okay, obviously it's not straight already. Okay, you get what I mean, right? You try to use ruler. Wow, perfect. Okay, so this corner and this corner, you join using ruler. So, oops, so bad. Just join. Okay, macam yes. Alright, so this corner and this corner, you use ruler and join. Try to find the center. Okay, so you can already see that the 3 lines, right, 3 rays will find the center here at 9, -1. Okay, so the coordinate we already found. Now we write the proper sentence at the center over here, 9, -1. Okay, so 3 marks is enlargement, 1 mark your scale factor half, and your center of enlargement, which is 9, -1. Question 9, factorize completely means you take things out of the bracket, alright? So you factor out your factors that are common between these two terms right here. So teacher can see 12 and 21, so factorize out 3, bracket. Now you just keep asking yourself, right, what times 3 will get me 12a cubed? So that is going to be 4a cubed minus, copy back. What times 3 will get me 21a? That is going to be 7a. Okay, so you factorize out 3 first. Now I'm going to factorize a, because here got a, here got a cubed. Take out a now. So bracket, what times 3a will get me 12a cubed? That is going to be 4a squared. Careful. Now you try to think, right? A squared times a will get you a cubed. Okay, minus. So 7. Since I already taken out a, right? So there's no more a here. So it's just like this. Okay, so don't forget to expand manually using pencil and see whether you can get back the term on top. So minus 7 times 3a is -21a. Okay, so 2 marks. This is your final answer. Don't forget to fill up at the corner here. So 4a squared minus 7. Okay, so that's the answer. Question 10. So the nth term of a sequence is n squared plus 7. So they give you the formula already. Find the first 3 terms of this sequence. So highlight first 3 terms only. So you need to substitute n equals to 1, n equals to 2, and n equals to 3 into your formula. Teacher need to use the calculator. So 1 squared, just to prove to you, plus 7. So the first term is 8. Okay, so 8. Just keep doing, and I am going to do 2 squared plus 7. 11, alright, so 11, and just use your calculator for one last time. 3 squared plus 7, and that will get me 16. Okay, so I noticed that we have to show our working, so just do 3 times. Okay, so you just do 1 square. Last minute only I saw the corner have to show working. 3 square here. Okay, so here will get me 8, 11, and 16 respectively. So your answer and the working will get you the marks. Okay, so let's do B right now. Okay, now focus is just on 2 marks, so I have to show working. Yeah, there are first 4 terms of a different sequence. Find the nth term of the sequence. Now when you do sequence, right, you need to find out what kind of sequence it is. I have to find out now. 8, I can see minus 8. 15 drop to 7 is minus 8. One more time, 7 drop to minus 1 or -1, that is going to be minus 8 again. One last time, negative 1 drop to negative 9, that is going to be a difference of minus 8. Now, when I see the pattern is consistently the same, minus 8, minus 8, minus 8, so this is actually your first sequence, your arithmetic sequence. The formula, n term, is going to be a plus d bracket n minus 1. Okay, so this is your formula for your linear sequence, okay, arithmetic. And a is actually your first term, so first term is 15, substitute, plus copy back. The difference is actually your formula, okay, your sequence is actually your minus 8. The difference, n minus 1, you are going to copy back. Okay, now I have to expand this. So let me simplify first for you to see. Okay, now expand this. So 15 minus 8n. Negative, negative become positive here. So that is going to be plus 8. Okay, so here you can simplify. Continue to write your n term is 23 minus 8n. Okay, now the moment I found my answer, right, I will have to substitute 3 times n equals to 1, 2, and 3 and check whether we get 15, 7 or negative 1. Okay, so mathematics must check answer. We are going to test the formula. You can do 23 minus 8. That is going to be 15 because I know here 1 is the same. Okay, now 23 minus 8. Okay, now my n is now 2. 7. Okay, so teacher get back 7 for the second term. Test your formula for one last time. So 8 times 3 over here. Okay, minus 1. So indeed, I get back my sequence using this new formula. So that's how I conclude that the n term formula is going to be 23 minus 8n. So this is the final answer and this will be your working. 11. Interesting. Usually they don't ask this. Okay, so it appears in your February-March 2022 paper. As the temperature increases, people eat more ice cream. What type of correlation does this statement describe? Okay, very simple. Temperature, we just use the letter T. Increases, I just use arrow. Number of people eating ice cream, so I'm going to use n. Increases, they say eat more. Okay, so that's actually increases. The moment when you see two arrow going upward, that's actually the same direction, then it's actually positive correlation. Okay, if like one arrow goes up, the other arrow goes down, right, then that is negative correlation. So remember this, both same direction, positive correlation. Done. Here's the thing about compound interest and simple interest. Remember to highlight the keyword and immediately write the formula. So let's show you how to do question 12. Sanjay invests $700 in an account paying simple interest. Highlight immediately. Okay, at a rate of 2.5% per year. Calculate the value of his investment at the end of 6 years. Okay, so I am going to write the formula immediately after seeing simple interest. Two formula. So the first formula is actually your P, right? A equals to P plus I. Okay, so A is your value of investment, P is the principal, how much you invest, and I is how much the bank gives you. Alright, so another formula is actually your interest formula. I equals to PRT over 100. So you always need to write these two formula and apply them immediately. Okay, so invest $700, so this is actually your P. Okay, at a rate, this is actually your R value. T is your time, so this is T. Alright, I have P, I have R, I have T, I can calculate I. Check out this formula. PRT over 100. Let's do that. Interest is going to be 700. P, your principal. Interest rate 2.5 times 6 years divided by 100. So teacher need to use the calculator. Let's do that right now. So 700 times 2.5 times 6 divided by 100. So the bank gives you $105. Okay, so the bank gives you this. But when we read the question, calculate the value of his investment. Okay, after 6 years, that means this is asking for A. So that's why when I ask the student, I always write out these two formula and read the keyword. So let's do A right now. Principal is going to be your $700. Bank gives you 105. So what you see on your bank right now is actually $805. And that is your keyword. And the final answer. So 3 marks. Show your interest rate. principal plus your interest and all your final value of investment. So that's actually your 3 marks over here. Question B, when you read the question, you have the keyword compound interest. Immediately write out your compound interest formula. Okay, so let's fill out whatever we have. So 1030.35 is A. Principal amount is 700. Fill up 1. Interest rate don't know, fill up as R because the question says R as the interest rate. Time, your exponent is actually 17. So fill up this, you get 1 mark. Okay, now bring 700 towards the other side. It's actually going to be divide. Okay, divided by 700 equals to this one. Bring down your working. R over 100 to the power of 17. Okay, so we need to use our calculator to solve the division. 0.35 divided by 700. Okay, teacher can see a lot of decimals over here. I will try to copy. Okay, doesn't matter. 1.4719, 1.4719. What else? 28571. 28571. Okay, so basically what I'm showing to the examiner is I divide and I get this. Right, so what you can see on your next phase. Can you see that the next phase is actually to bring your power of 17 towards the other side to become root with the 17 outside. Okay, so what do I mean? Root with the power 17. Copy your numbers 4719, 28571. Show the examiner like that. Okay, so I already shifted the power of 17. Okay, to become root 17. Now it's just whether you know how to use calculator for this or not. So can you see this button right here? Shift followed by this button. Okay, so put 17 outside and you're gonna key in your numbers here. So let's key in our numbers. 1.4719, 28571. Press equal. Okay, so 1.023. 1.023. I know there are a lot of numbers, but I will still copy 000133. 000133. Okay, so can open up this bracket already. Move 1 towards the other side to become minus, so you get 0.023. 000133. Okay, so teacher already minus 1. Finally, last step, 100 kick there, become multiply. So your R is going to be, take minus 1 times 100. Okay, so 2.30. That is your final answer. 2.30. Leave it like that because 3 significant figure in final exam. Okay, so final answer 2.30, and your working is going to get you 1 mark. So just show all your working and you'll be fine. Question 13a, simplify h squared times h power of 5. That is going to get you h power of 7. So the powers on top add together. Okay, 1 mark. Alright, so how to do this? This one, I want you to become positive. So this is going to become positive 3. And this inside the fraction will have to flip. So now you need to write x over 7. Okay, now when you see this kind of pattern over here, right, your x is going to be power of 3. Because it's affecting both up and down of the numerator and denominator, right, by power of 3. And then your 7 will need to go through power of 3 as well. So 7 cube 343. Alright, so we are going to write like that. Okay, so that's how you do question B. Question C is for divide. I am going to solve. Oh, it's just 1 mark. Surprise, surprise. So let me do the working. Just do only 8 minus p is going to get you a square. Now we are going to use our comparison technique because this one the base is a, same already, right? So just use your exponent as comparison. So p goes here, 2 come here, right? So 8 minus 2 equals to p. So p will get power of 6. Right, so that's how you do this question here. 14. Calculate the circumference of a circle with radius 4.7 cm. Okay, so we just need this straight away. Highlight the keyword and use the formula. Okay, circumference is 2 pi r and pi is a constant. Radius is 4.7. Just fill up with this because we need to show working. Okay, so now we just use our calculator. 2 times pi here. Okay, times 4.7. click on this and we are going to get 29.53. So write 29.53 centimeter, log in the final answer, 29.53. Okay, so based on the marking scheme, you can actually give 29.53 or 29.5. So minimum is 3 significant figure, remember that, and your working here will get you 1 mark. Okay, 15 without using a calculator. Okay, I will use now. Okay, so you just use only. Okay, the examiner won't confiscate. So let's type this, shift, press this button, 2 1/3 1/3. Okay, multiply with your fraction 11/14, press equal. Okay, so we get 11/6, but read the question. You must give in a mixed number form, in this simplest form, right? So we have to click shift followed by this. So you get 1/5/6. Okay, now we can write the answer, 1/5/6. Confirm, 1 mark. Now we just need to show our working. That is going to give you another 2 more marks. Okay, so first mark, definitely changing your mixed number into improper. Confirm. So let's change to improper. 2 times 3, you get 6 plus 1, 7. So 7/3 multiply with 11/14. So you know how to change to improper, definitely will get you 1 mark already. Okay, and then when you do multiplication, 7 times 11, so you get 77. 3 times 14. Okay, so this one teacher can use calculator. 3 times 14, so show this, 42. Alright, 77 divided by 42. Okay, so you will get 11/6. And finally show 1/5/6. So now you can actually see your working. Okay, so you can see your question 15 marking scheme. They are looking for 7/3 or equivalent for the improper fraction. Number 2, your final answer will be 1/5/6, and don't forget that you must show your simplification. Okay, so teacher did show my simplification over here, so we will get our second mark either here or here. Okay, hey, if you really enjoy the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to teacher Alvin. Okay, so let's proceed with question 16 right now. They give you this Cartesian plane and they have 2 point A and B. Find the equation that passes through point A and point B. Give your answer in the form y equals to mx plus c. Alright, so we are given the 2 coordinates. So I'm pretty sure we need to find the gradient m. Do you remember the formula? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Alright, so you need to put your coordinates. I strongly believe that this one you can put as your y2, then this is your x2. So when you label in your question paper, you won't get confused. Okay, let's start. So y2 is 5 minus, what is your y1? y1 is -3. Careful here, minus. You will still need to write this minus. Coordinate is -3, substitute like this. Okay, x2 will be -6 right in front. Minus is coming from here. x1 is -2. You still need to write -2 in a bracket like that. Okay, now simplify. So 5 negative, positive. Here you're gonna write -6, negative, positive. So now simplify. What is your gradient, man? So 8 over -4, and your gradient will be -2. Okay, done. We haven't find our y-intercept from this. If I were to draw, right? If I were to draw and cut the y-axis, what will be the number that I cut? Looks to be -17. You see, if you join using a ruler, it looks to cut at -7. C is -7. But let's use calculation just to confirm this. What you can do, right? You can write your gradient now, -2x plus c. Substitute either this or this into your equation. Let's do that. -3 equals to -2. Your x is -2 plus c. 3. Here I will get +4 plus c. So 4 shift towards the other side. Indeed, you will see the c value to be -7. See, as I predicted, through diagram you can actually use shortcut. Just join and find. So indeed, y is -7. So write your coordinate and your equation. Y equals to -2x minus 7. So that's actually how you do. either you want to use picture or you want to use formula. I think it's fine as long as you get the final answer correct. Find the equation of the line that is perpendicular, highlight the word perpendicular, and passes through the origin. So origin also need to highlight, it means the coordinate 0, 0. Okay, now the moment you see the word perpendicular, immediately think of the formula m1 times m2 is -1, where your first gradient was actually found in your first part. So your first gradient m is -2. So let's fill up. m1 is -2, m2 you are trying to find equals to -1. So you can actually shift -1 towards the other side. You will get like this to be half. So m2 now is half. Okay, positive half. Right, so we are going to write again our equation. Find equation means y equals to mx plus c. Now gradient substitute here, so y equals to half x plus c. Passes through the origin, the coordinate fill up, y and x fill up inside. Okay, so 0. Just show you're working only. Okay, and you will get c equals to 0. Now write your final answer. Y equals to half x plus c is 0. According to the marking scheme, if you want to write plus 0 or don't want to write plus 0, that is actually fine. I will just do this and you will get your answer to be 2 marks like that. Question 17 is arguably the toughest in this paper, February-March 2022, because I'm looking at 5 marks over here and there are actually a lot of topics combined in one single question. So let's see how to do this question. Alright, so whenever you want to find this rectangle that is shaded, you need to find the shaded area right now. Okay, so how do we get this shaded area? You need to take the bigger area, which is your area of rectangle. So let's do area of rectangle, the bigger one, minus of the unshaded one. Okay, so minus of your area of sector. So take the whole rectangle minus of area of sector. That's how you get the shaded region. So let's do this. 11 times 4. That will get you the area of rectangle. Area of sector, we are kind of stuck at the moment because we do not know this angle. See? So the formula for area of sector, let's write theta over 360 multiply with your pi r squared. So pi radius, do we know the radius? Yes, we do actually. So given here, OP is actually 4 centimeter. It's going to be the same over here. Remember, this is radius 4 centimeter. So fill up pi r square 4 square. Okay, so remember this. Let me write properly. 4 square times 4 square. Okay, now we are stuck. We do not know the theta, the angle here. Now again, we are going to do here, let's call this another one. Let's call this as x. We are going to find this angle over here using our trigonometry. Okay, so we have to do our working sideways first. So tangent x is going to be opposite, which is 4, over your adjacent, which is 11. Alright, shift tangent or inverse tangent. You will now find your angle x. So teacher need to use calculator for this. Shift tangent 4 over 11. So 4 over 11, close and press equal. So your angle is actually 19.983, right? 19.983 degree. So remember, this angle here, we call it x, is 19.983. So now we can actually find theta. Theta is 90 degree minus this 19.983. Now what is this? So use 90 degree minus answer just now, 70.017. 70.017 degree. That is our theta value. Continue with your calculation just now. So now we can solve this. 11 times 4 is 44 minus, now fill up your theta. We already know 70.017 over 360 multiply by pi multiply by 4 square. Alright, so it's kind of complex that you have to use your calculator slowly. Alright, so 70.017 divided by 360 times pi. So click out your pi like this, times 4 square. Alright, so we found our area of sector. Don't forget to take 44 minus answer. So we found our area of shaded region to be 34.224. 34.224. 34.224. Okay, so now we are going to find percentage, because you can see percentage shaded is going to be your area of shaded over your total area times 100%. So teacher, write my working here. Almost there, guys. So percentage of shaded is your area of shaded, 34.224. Let's write 34.224 divided by your area of total, which is 44, the whole thing, yeah, multiply with 100%. Okay, so this one we just need to use our calculator. 34.224 divided by 44 times 100%. Okay, so 77.78. 77.78%. So log in your final answer. And oops, no need to write percent because they already wrote for us. So let's check the marking scheme. Correct, 77.8 or 77.77 to 77.80. So these are the preliminary marks given to you. Make sure that you show all the working as shown in the video recording. Alright. Number 18. Mrs. Coley buys a jacket, 2 shirts and a hat. The jacket costs X dollar. The shirt each costs $24 less than the jacket, and the hat costs $16 less than the jacket. So all this you need to read very carefully. $24 less than jacket. Another one is the hat costs $16 less than the jacket. In total, Mrs. Coley spent exactly $100. So all this you need to highlight. Write down an equation in terms of X. Solve this equation to find the cost of the jacket. Alright, so we just follow through the information given to you. Jacket is X dollar, so you just write X. Okay, and now the shirt is 24 less than the jacket. That is actually X minus 24. Hat is going to be 16 less, so that's going to be X minus 16. So when you say the cost is how much you pay, so you're just going to write cost equals to, now you bought 1 jacket, so that's going to be X. You bought 2 shirts, so remember to times 2, X minus 24, so that is the price of your shirt, plus what else, 1 hat, so just write X minus 16 bracket, yeah, X minus 16. Okay, so now we are going to expand this over here, and what is this, 2X minus 48. Here you can safely open the bracket, so plus X minus 16. Okay, now they gonna tell you the total cost is actually 100 over here, so you're just gonna write 100. Okay, so you're gonna bring down the working 100. Simplify everything over here, so X plus 2X plus X, that's gonna be 4X. Okay, minus 48 minus 16, that is gonna be minus 64. Okay, so now you are going to bring 64 towards this side, so 164 is going to be 4x, so 4x equals to 164. So this one I just move the subject towards left hand side. X is going to be 164 divided by 4, and the answer is going to be 41. Alright, so that's the answer for number 18. 19. Y is inversely proportional to the square root of x plus 4. Quickly write down y is inversely, so it's 1 over square root, highlight, so that's going to be square root bracket x plus 4. Okay, so this thing will get you 1 mark. Okay, so now change to equal sign times k on top, so k over square root x plus 4. Okay, now you're gonna replace your x is 5, y is 2, so 2. Here, copy down square root. Now it's gonna be 5 plus 4, bracket them. Okay, just keep solving. K over square root 9. Alright, so 2 equals to k over 3. Now you know 3 times 2, that's gonna be 6. Okay, so now you found the constant k, replace back into your formula initially over here. So 6 over square root x plus 4. Alright, now we are going to read the second time. Find the value of y when x equals to 77. So y equals to 6 over square root 77 plus 4. Alright, so just keep solving. Y equals to 6 over square root 81. So y equals to 6 over square root 81, that's going to be 9, right? So simplify this, you get 2 over 3. So log in the final answer, and that's actually number 19. 20. Solve the simultaneous equation. You must show all your working, of course, IG. 3x plus y equals to 11. Okay, so this is linear. X squared minus 2y equals to 18. That is actually quadratic because it's power of 2. Comment down below if there's any way we can use calculator to solve this immediately, because I do not know any of the method from the calculator, because I only knew of the linear simultaneous equation, right? So I can only set both linear but not one linear, one quadratic. If I were to press 1, it's just for both linear. Okay, so I am not going to rely on calculator so much for this question. Okay, so let's start. Yeah, so equation 1, equation 2. Alright, so we make our subject first from equation 1. So I want you to play smart, right? This one is power of 2, this one power of 1. Of course, make y the subject. So 3x plus y equals to 11. Y equals to 11 minus 3x. So we form a new equation. Let's call this equation number 3. Now remember, your y is from equation 1. So now substitute this into your equation 2. Okay, sub into here. Now I'm going to write x squared minus 2. Substitute now y with this. Bracket 11 minus 3x. And equals to 18. So how do I get this? Sub number 3 into equation 2. Alright, so we are going to expand this now. Minus 22 plus 6x equals to 18. So x squared plus 6x minus 22 minus 18 equals to 0. So you get x squared plus 6x minus 40 equals to 0. Make sure you form a quadratic equation. Now we're gonna find the value of x. Hold on, now I am going to press number 3. Can you see? That is for quadratic. Alright, let's key in. A is 1, B is 6, C is minus 40. And press equal one more time. So we get x is to be positive 4. So I want you to purposely write minus 4. The other one, x is going to be minus 10. So you purposely write plus 10. Alright, equals to 0, because that's the technique I'll show you later. Alright, so now from here, right, you can actually see that from your first bracket, x minus 4 equate to 0. That's how you get x equals to 4. From your second bracket, right, x plus 10 equals to 0, and then you bring your plus 10 towards the other side. That's how you get minus 10. Okay, so let me write this properly. It's actually 0. Alright, so that's how I reverse the sign with the calculator. If they show you minus 10, your bracket should be plus 10. Okay, reverse with what you are seeing. Okay, so now we continue with our working. We are already finding the value y now. So from this equation 3, remember to find y equals to 11 minus 3x. Okay, now you have two values of x, right? You choose whichever you want to do first. So when x equals to 4, y equals to 11 minus 3 times 4. So you get 11 minus 12. Your y value going to be negative 1. So that's when x equals to 4, y equals to negative 1. That's the first answer. When x equals to 4, y equals to negative 1. Alright, proceed. One more time. When x equals to minus 10, what is your y value? Alright, y value is 11 minus 3 times negative 10. Okay, expand. So here you get plus 30. That's how you get 41. Alright, so we already found when x equals to negative 10, y value is going to be 41. That is the final answer for this question number 20. Question 21. Okay, the diagram shows an open rectangle box A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, AB equals to 18.6 centimeter. Find it. Okay, here BC is going to be 9 centimeter. Okay, CG is 14.5 centimeter. Where are you? Oh, here. Okay, so make sure everything is labeled. Nice. A straight stick AGM rests against A and G. Where are you? Oh, okay, so there's a stick resting and extends outside the box to M. Why? A. Calculate the angle between the stick and the base of the box. Okay, so this topic is actually 3D trigonometry, usually tangent if you do a lot of past year question. Okay, let's start. Yeah, always do the base first. A, B, C, D, focus. So do this. Let me draw the triangle for you. Alright, 18.6. This is A, B, 18.6 here. This is 90 degree. So C is here. 9 centimeter over here. Okay, what I'm trying to do is actually find AC, the length of AC. Okay, so let's use Pythagoras theorem. AC square equals to 18.6 square plus 9 square. So in order to find AC, move your square towards the other side to become square root and click this. Okay, just write the working and we are going to get the help from our calculator. So let's start with the calculator. Click whatever that's inside the bracket first. I wouldn't be greedy. 18.6 square plus 9 square equal and press square root followed by answer. Okay, so here you're gonna copy as many numbers as possible. 20.663. 20.663. Okay, so we already found the length of AC. Now I want you to focus diagonally, alright, not diagonally. Yeah. Here. So focus on the triangle ACG now. Let me draw one more time. ACG. Diagonally, yeah. A, G, and C. So we already found AC to be 20.663. Again, 90 degree here. Can you see GC is 14.5? So label 14.5 centimeter. Okay, so we are going to find the angle theta here. Can you see it's always tangent, right? So now tangent theta is equals to opposite 14.5 over your 20.663. Alright, 20.663. Shift tangent or inverse tangent. And let's solve this. Put a bracket 14.5 over 20.663. Do all this working because you look at the score over here. 4 marks. Okay, so theta is going to be, let's shift it over here. Okay, inverse tangent. Put a fraction 14.5 divided by 20.663. 20.663. Okay, we can close and press equal. 35.06. Teacher is going to write that 35.06. 35.06 degree. Okay, so you can log in your answer, 35.06 degree. So let's go over to the marking scheme. Question number 21. Alright, indeed 35.1 or 35.05 to 35.06. So teacher's answer is 35.06. Okay, can. So that is actually 21A. Let's go over to 21B. Alright, AM is 30 cm. Show that GM is 4.8 cm. Correct to 1 decimal place. Show that GM is 4.8. Let's find where's GM though. GM here. Oh, we have to prove over here. Okay, so let us do the calculation right now. They given to you AM is 30 centimeter. Okay, so we are going to find this AG using this triangle. Again, we copy back and simulate. So let's draw AGC one more time. A, G, C. So this is 20.663. This is 14.5. Okay, when we use Pythagoras theorem, we can actually find AG, right? Let's use Pythagoras theorem. AG square equals to 20.663 square. Just show working, guys. 14.5 square. AG equals to square root. Copy back. 20.663 square plus 14.5 square. Okay, we can find AG using calculator. Shift it over here. Alright. What is this? Type the inside first. 20.663 square plus 14.5 square. Square root answer. Okay, so try to copy as many numbers as possible. 25.243. 25.243. Okay, now they told you that AM is 30 centimeter and we found AG already, right? So AM minus AG, you will find GM that way, right? So AM, the whole length minus whatever that we found, AG, is going to get you the length of GM, right? AM minus AG, then you get GM, right? So we are going to find the length right now, 30, given by the question, minus AG, which we have already found to be 25.243. Okay, let's find our answer right now. 30 minus answer. Okay, so we can write 4.757. Alright, and then you round to be 4.8. That is for GM. So, right, shown. Okay, done. So that is actually 21B. Last question for this paper. So let's read. The diagram shows the trapezium OPQR. Okay, O is the origin, OR is labeled as vector A, OP is going to be labeled as the vector B. Okay, so they tell you vector RQ is actually 3 out of 5 from the vector OP. Okay, so this information right here, right, tells you that OP is B, RQ is going to be 3 over 5 of OP, which is going to be 3 over 5 B, facing this direction. Okay, now find PQ in terms of A and B in its simplest form. PQ here, right? P heading to Q. When you do vector and vector geometry, you need to make sure like you are like driving. Okay, so how to go from P to Q? Go the other way around, go long cut. So PO plus OR plus RQ. That's how you go from P to Q. That's right. PQ with the arrow on top equals to PO. So let's focus on PO plus OR plus RQ. So that will also make you reach your destination PQ. Alright, what is PO? PO is reverse of this. Okay, so it's gonna be minus B. OR, follow exactly the direction given, so that's gonna be plus A. RQ is gonna be 3 over 5B, so just plus 3 over 5B. Okay, so A, copy back. Now minus B plus 3 over 5B, you can actually use calculator to help you to simplify if you can't see them. Alright, minus 1 plus 3 over 5, so 3 over 5. So you can simplify to be negative 2 over 5. Okay, so you're just gonna write minus 2 over 5 and write B. So that is actually the answer, A minus 2 over 5 B. So that's actually the first part. Okay, last question for this paper. When PQ and OR are extended, they intersect at W. So teacher already draw the picture to prepare for the question. So they will meet at W when they extend. Find the position vector of W. So position vector of W means find OW. Okay, so let you focus where is OW. We're going to try to find the vector in terms of A, the whole thing, yeah, OW like this. Okay, so we are going to use our concept of similar triangle. Okay, no choice. I have to tell you this question is a little bit tricky for a 2 marks question. Now focus on the smaller triangle, WRQ. So teacher draw a small triangle for you to imagine. And let's focus on the bigger one. Bigger one is actually WOP. So focus on WOP. Okay. And teacher draw the bigger triangle for you to simulate. Alright, so from your question A, you already know the length RQ here to be 3 over 5b. Okay, so this is actually your RQ. This is W, this one is W, and this is OP. And given to you the OP is actually B, right? So this is B. The smaller one is 3 over 5b. So what does this tell you is that the smaller one is actually 3 out of 5 from the bigger one. The ratio, right? The smaller one is 3 over 5 from the bigger one, right? So now I want you to know that we call this length, the bigger triangle, let's call this to be length X. Okay, this is actually length X. Now, if I were to point out at the smaller length of the triangle, WR or RW to be 3 over 5. Why? Because I said the ratio of the smaller one is to be 3 over 5 smaller. So this is actually 3 over 5x when you call the length of the bigger one to be x. Okay? Now, if this is actually 3 over 5x, then I can know the balance of this OR is actually 2 over 5x. Why? 3 over 5 plus 2 over 5 is actually your one part, right? So now I'm splitting it into ratios for you to see. Okay, so now using this, we know this smaller OR. Okay, OR, we know is A. Okay, and we know OR now is actually 2 over 5 of your total length x. Now move around using your algebra skills, right? I am going to write 2x over 5 equals to A. We're going to solve for x right now actually. So 5 go there. You get 2x equals to 5a. X, solve for x, yeah, because now I'm going to bring 2 towards the other side. Then you get 5 over 2a. Now, why am I solving for x? Because we are trying to find the position vector OW, and coincidentally now OW we call it length x. Can you see or not? So length x is now your OW, can be represented by 5 over 2a. So that is actually what they want, 5 over 2a. It's kind of difficult, I know, for a 2-mark question, so you're gonna write your working, whatever the teacher wrote over here. Okay, down below, and that's your final answer for the last question. Hey, if you really like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more mathematics tips and tricks. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.